Now this is a very unfortunate situation that happens way too often on Roblox, and I believe it all comes down to major flaws regarding Roblox security in multiple different areas, and there is a lot of tracks to cover, but that's exactly why we are addressing it in this video. Not specifically just this one issue raised by one developer in particular recently, but I also want to talk about things like this as one big collective problem because it's actually a lot more serious than some people seem to realize. Normally I'm quite quiet when it comes to things like this, but it's getting out of hand now. All my hard work I created over the past couple of years was stolen and open and uploaded to the public for anyone to take due to Roblox flawed security. Something really needs to change. That it does, my friend, that it does, and I'm not super hopeful that the second this video gets uploaded, Roblox will automatically just improve their entire security system and there's gonna be no more downfalls in that area. But believe it or not, I still hold some hopes in that by talking about this, hopefully we can reach people who didn't previously know how big of a problem this really was, and then that's going to spark more and more people talking about it. So please make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe so that we can spread this to a few more people. Now, as you can see in the screenshot provided by the developer, there is a total of 9 showcase games there that they have worked on over the last few years, and each one of those titles contains the word uncopylocked, which means that somehow someone has stolen the entire game containing anything from models to entire scripts, and then they published it on their own Roblox account for literally anyone to gain full access to. It's really upsetting having this happen, and I know a lot of people are having the same issue, but it's not like anything changes. Well, that is the main problem here, and that is the fact that this happening is not something new. This isn't something we've never seen before, because actually people getting their games stolen has been happening for years and years now. Like, I can't even pinpoint the year that it first happened, and that's either because it was so long ago that I simply can't remember, or it's because it first happened before I had even joined Roblox, and that is the worst case scenario because I literally joined back in 2011. I obviously have no idea how these people go about stealing games on Roblox, and quite frankly I couldn't care less about how they do it, but I'm trying to say that with it being such a large and serious problem for a long time on this platform, surely Roblox could have fixed the issue by now, or at least heavily decreased it at some point during that time frame. One of my friends actually got into contact with these people, and they said they are doing justice by stealing showcases and opening them to the public as everyone deserves to, as we are awful people leaving it locked from people taking it. That is quite possibly the worst excuse for anything that I have ever heard someone come up with in a very long time, and believe me, that is saying something. So the person who stole the games from this particular developer is trying to justify doing so because the developers of the games are apparently awful people because they won't uncopylock their own games, and that means that we can't access and steal all of their hard work for ourselves. I think it's far too easy for us as witnesses to just stand by and watch as someone steals a game on Roblox, and a lot of the time it doesn't look like people react in the correct way because no one ever seems to be even slightly bothered by it, and when the affected developer actually speaks up about it, there is only a few people here and there actually trying to sympathize with them. I don't know, maybe some of you aren't super fazed by this happening a lot, and I hope that your mindset regarding that can change because it is serious, and that's what I'm trying to make people aware of right now. People don't steal games and open them for the entire public to check into and steal from, completely against the wishes of the developers who worked on those games, simply because they would like to analyze and take a further look into the details and the work that the game contains. Let's take the Roblox catalog issue for example, because I know that a lot of people continue to be very upset about that being such a big problem. You know, search for the word red in the clothing section in the avatar shop and the same red shirt appears over and over and over again. But the sad thing is that someone out there somewhere would have worked hard to make that red shirt from scratch, and now we can never know who they were, and because people just buy the first version of the shirt that they see, the original creator of the shirt has potentially lost millions of Robux. I would imagine it's a lot easier to steal clothing on Roblox, and that's why that one happens a whole lot more, and we heard about those circumstances more than we do these ones with the games, but people stealing clothing on Roblox is absolutely no different to people people stealing games on Roblox. Imagine if someone downloaded and re-uploaded a video from your favourite YouTuber onto their own channel. The amount of people that would start attacking that person would be insane. And I don't mean to bring anyone into this, but again, someone stealing videos from a YouTuber is no different to people stealing games from a Roblox developer. Both examples that I'm providing you with are pieces of work, and in a lot of cases they are pieces of work that someone or multiple people worked insanely hard on, pieces of work that these people poured countless hours of effort into, something creative that took them a tiring amount of time to produce, only for them to end up getting stolen by one person who then puts it out there for anyone else to take as they please. It's not right and it's not fair, especially when that specific someone has been working on said pieces of work for years and years, because years and years is not a short period of time, and yet it can still get taken away so easily and stolen so easily, and that's why I'm referring to this as a very serious problem. I hope Roblox can do something about this, but I have my doubts. It's possible to completely stop. This is exactly what I fear, and I don't want people to think that I'm just really angry at Roblox because they don't do anything about this. I have always said that a little bit more transparency would be nice, but there is nothing to say that Roblox didn't already try and fix the stealing problem. It definitely would be impossible to permanently fix, and that sucks for everyone involved, Roblox included, as well as the developers. I would recommend submitting a takedown request to any stolen copies. Now, I bring this reply up because you can actually have Roblox take down people who have stolen your work, whether it's clothing or a game, but you can only do so through emailing them. And so just imagine how much better things could be if Roblox introduced some kind of system that allows trusted developers to submit a takedown request straight from the Roblox website itself, you know, assuming that the asset in question genuinely was stolen, but I don't know how practical that idea would be. It's just the best I can come up with right now, because perhaps the solution wouldn't be to aimlessly try and find a permanent fix to people stealing games, but instead the next best thing is to provide developers with the correct tools so that they can properly take down anyone else they find stealing their work. An update on this post: the games have now been taken down. A big thank you for the support on this post. Hopefully these issues will be fixed at some point in the future. Well, thankfully there was a happy ending in this situation, but as they said, this still doesn't fix the issues. They are still out there, and even when they're not, it's always possible for them to be with the click of a few buttons. I've already said I know it's hard to fix, and that's likely the whole reason it has been happening for so long, and not because Roblox is so lazy that they're just sitting by and watching this happen, but you know, once again, it is near impossible to find a permanent solution, so that's not what anyone is hoping for here. It would just be very nice to see Roblox pour some more attention into this particular problem. But anyway guys, think of Roblox players finding a way to steal entire games from developers and publish them as their own to allow literally anyone to also steal them. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.